Nuggets fans breathing a big sigh of relief today. Nikola Jokic diagnosed with a left knee hyperextension after leaving last night's game in Miami. Michaela, he is set to be reevaluated in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
The concern, though, was that this injury could be much worse, especially after watching the Joker go down on the floor last night just before halftime. He actually got stepped on by one of his teammates. Now, Joker was able to walk off under his own power. However, it was very gingerly. He did not return to the game. The fact that he's only missing 4 weeks and not more, well, that's actually good news. Still, the Nuggets have a tough road ahead of them without their best player and arguably the best player on the planet.
Absolutely. CBS Sports Colorado's Romy Bean joining us now. So, Romy, thankfully, it wasn't that season-ending news, but the Nuggets still won't have the Joker for at least 4 weeks going forward.
Yeah, you know, in sports, you always have the next man up mentality. There's next man up, and then there's replacing the best basketball player in the world. Nobody can do what he does. No. David Adelman is going to have to get really, really creative. I mean, you look at the separation between third place, where the Nuggets currently stand, and being out of the playoffs. It's just 10 games. That might sound sizable if they had Nikola Jokic, but without the Joker for at least 18 games, this team is just simply not the same. The stats back that up. Let's take a look. If we look at offensive efficiency, now that's the rate of scoring per 100 possessions. Nuggets are ranked #1 right now in the league. Every 100 times the Nuggets have the ball, they score 123 points. Pretty good. Last year, when they were without Jokic, their rating tanked to 112. That would be bottom 5 in the league this year. They averaged 9 less points without Jokic on the floor facilitating the ball. That may sound like 9 points. Oh, not such a huge difference. But this is a scoring league in the NBA, and it might not seem like a ton, but when going from 123, where the Nuggets currently stand, to 112, that takes them from the league's best offense to a bottom 5 offense in the league. That's how drastic this is, Mac. And the Nuggets, they're going to need drastic improvements on the defensive end. They haven't been very strong defensively this year. They've been a bottom 10 team all year long. That's something last night Jamal Murray said, we're going to have to pick it up defensively.
We hate to see it. And it's not just Jokic. The Nuggets are really hurting right now overall.
These guys are the walking wounded right now. This is actually unbelievable. The Nuggets are down 4 of 5 starters right now, which is almost incomprehensible. Aaron Gordon out with a hamstring injury. Good news is he is expected to return at some point during this 7-game road trip. Christian Brown, he's been dealing with an ankle injury. He should also return during the road trip. But Cam Johnson, he's out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee contusion. So Jamal Murray going to have to shoulder a very heavy load. And in the West, losing just 5 games could put you behind the 8 ball really fast.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, Romy, thank you so much. And Michael, this shows how important it is to get the Joker back.
Yeah, no doubt. Very important. Of course, knee injuries can be pretty complicated. So we wanted to help you understand this just a little bit better. Dr. Spencer Tomberg, an orthopedic surgeon at Denver Health, joining us now. Doctor, thank you so much for being here. Let's go over the basics. First of all, what is a hyperextension and how will it affect an athlete like Nikola Jokic?
So, well, first, thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. So hyperextension is just the knee goes straight and then goes too far straight. So it extends too much. And there's a number of structures in the knee that could be injured with that. We don't know exactly what those injuries are, but the fact that it is a month recovery and not 6 months or a year takes a lot of the bad injuries off the table that it could be. Yeah,
obviously, I think worst case scenario, people were thinking last night, maybe a tear, something like that. Obviously, good news that it's not that. The team says Joker will be reevaluated in 4 weeks. What does that process look like, and what will the team doctors be looking for before they send him back out onto the court?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing they're going to look at function and his ability to. So there'll be a acute injury recovery period, and then they're going to put him through some stress tests and see how he does with those, and then slowly work him back to activity and see how he does in terms of when he can start to take the strain of full NBA games again.
Yeah. Is there a concern that this could last throughout the season, or once he's back, do you think he's probably good to go?
I don't think we know yet. I think one of the questions is going to be is how patient can they be about getting him back? So, you know, if they can be more patient and give him more time to recover, the chance that it lingers is less. But, you know, if the West is tough, is like you guys were talking about, so that patience is going to be tricky too.
Yeah, and of course, then you're coming up on the All-Star break, and maybe how long do they figure all that out? I think it maybe depends on who else they get back in that lineup and how well they play without the best player in the entire world. Dr. Tomberg, thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate your insight.